Coming up in today's food adventure, Dad's getting his first ever exposure to sweet tofu pudding.
Oh yeah.
I have to ask the question, do you prefer the salty northern version or this? But there's a very unexpected ingredient in this that has us completely divided.
No, that's not for me.
That's very much for me. In other news, she just told me that bowls are very famous here. If fairies ate, this is what fairies would eat. And if you think I open crabs badly, wait till you see Dad.
Wait for it.
Stay tuned guys, because we're in one of China's foodie capitals, and all I'm gonna say is you're gonna want to come prepared with snacks for this one. Hello, and welcome to another Chinese food adventure. So if you missed last week, basically let me get you up to speed. We flew across the country from Inner Mongolia all the way to Guangdong province to finally check out Shunda and get Dad his beloved roast goose. But turns out in the last few days, there's been a mosquito-borne virus impacting specifically the city of Shunda.
We want roast goose, but just not that badly.
Yeah, so I've had to pivot, and instead we're exploring Guangdong's Chaoshan region, another amazing foodie area of China where yesterday in the city of Chaozhou, we ate like kings. There's still so much food for us to explore here in the Chaoshan region. So today we're heading about an hour down the road to another city here in the Chaoshan region, Shantou. Shantou, Dad's learning all the names. Even though it's only 50 kilometers away from Chaozhou, it's home to a completely unique food culture. For example, apparently the changfen you'll find in Shantou are markedly different from those you'll find in Chaozhou, which is smothered in thick sesame sauce and topped with fried onion. Honestly, delicious. So first up on our Shantou food adventure, you guessed it, we're going to be checking out the Shantou style changfen for breakfast. You've had a lot of changfen by now, Dad?
Captain of changfen. No, I don't think, I can't qualify as captain of changfen, but I have had a bit of changfen and I do like it. I've had changfen in Guilin, I've had it in Chaozhou, and now I'm having it in Shantou. Well, unfortunately, the first place we were going to was closed. I was joking.
What is happening? Why is everything closed?
We've had that luck today. We went to like 3 coffee shops and they were closed. We found one, but Amy's found a changfen store and I think it's really good. We're literally sitting next to the air conditioning, so that's lovely. And it's never wrong if you've got a pot of chili.
That looks nice.
Yeah, chili.
Oh, it smells so good. You're gonna love that.
Oh, yeah.
哎，你好，我有一个问题，你觉得点哪个是比较有汕头的特色，当地人吃的比较多？
料比较高，
这个。
你生蚝是吗？
生蚝，有生蚝。
对。
But not only oysters, also marinated minced pork. Then they mix together egg, those juicy oysters, as well as prawns. Oh, and Dad's favorite, bean sprouts, as well as some green too. Shantou here is right near the ocean, so they've got a lot of seafood. And later, I really want us to try some raw seafood.
Raw seafood.
It's a typical way of cooking
Sushi.
here. No.
No?
Not sushi. Have you tried raw crab before?
Raw crab.
Yeah, it's really good. Raw marinated crab, it's a specialty here. Well, let's start Dad off slow with some cooked seafood first. Look how amazing that looks. There's so much inside. That is a huge piece of food. Then it's topped with garlic-infused oil, dried radish, and a secret soy sauce mix. And here's the final dish. Oh, you know what's inside? You'll be so happy. Bean sprouts.
Bean sprouts. Oh, if you watched last episode, you'll get the joke.
There is so much in this. This is the medium size, and that has a weight to it. Trying to make sure that I get a bit of everything. A bit of meat. Oh, I got a prawn. And of course a little bit of that radish on top. And of course some of that juice too. Oh, 谢谢。这个是什么？鱼丸子。哦，这个是汕头的特色菜吗？
鱼丸，它这边做丸很出名。
哦，
鱼丸、牛肉丸都很肉丸。
Oh, 谢谢. She's also given us a bowl of this as well. It's fish balls. She just told me that balls are very famous here. They've even got a street where they just sell balls. And we've got some fish balls. And
I like your job. People just give you free stuff. Free food. They go, here, beautiful, have another bowl of something.
It helps that I have a camera on.
I'm going to walk around the street with a camera on from now and see if anybody gives me free food.
They might.
Yeah.
Also something I'm noticing in Chaozhou and also here is this bowl design. And you see it on everything. I've seen it on sauce bowls, plates, this. Can someone let me know in the comments, is this like a traditional design of the Chaoshan region?
Cock design. I've got my patented technique, knife and fork style. So I go like that, spoon it, and I think I should try it before we put the chili in.
I agree. Well,
wow.
The oyster burst in my mouth and it started going down my throat before I'd even started chewing.
It's not an overpowering flavour. I think it's, well, I've had one mouthful, maybe I should have another mouthful before.
I love the sauce. It's a slightly salty, not too overpowering, so it gives you space to enjoy the flavour and the texture of all the ingredients in there.
It's not as strong a flavour, it's a bit more subtle than yesterday's changfen.
Well, we haven't added the flavour bomb yet.
Yeah.
So let's get some of that chili on and see how it tastes.
It's really nice with the chili sauce. The chili sauce is great.
It's actually a bit spicy and also very garlicky as well.
Very garlicky, yeah.
Wow.
Which is nice. You gotta like chili and garlic.
I was just thinking if I prefer this one or the one from yesterday. And I don't think I can actually compare because they are so different and it would really depend on your mood. I think yesterday's is definitely a lot heavier and that's just because of that sauce and also the flavor profile with the mushroom, the meat, it's like heavier. But this, it's much lighter because it's just a liquid sauce. There's no sesame inside. Also that the chili makes it very zappy. It's very poppy. Okay, now let's try these fish balls with the seaweed.
Why did the fish blush?
Oh gosh, where is this going?
Because the seaweed. That's an old joke.
Same as yesterday?
Same consistency. It's a rubbery. This would be ping it off the window. Like consistency.
Almost crunchy. I learned that the reason that the beef balls and probably the fish balls have this consistency is because they're hammering it like heaps. Like over and over and over again until it has that very specific consistency.
I prefer not to hammer my balls.
It's a race for the ingredients.
Yeah, last little bit.
Here, I'll leave you the bean sprouts.
Bean sprouts. This chunfan, is it like a go-to, like bacon and eggs is for, you know, an Aussie breakfast, say?
In this area.
In this area.
You're like, people from the north wouldn't be eating it. But that's the thing about China, like, and that's why I love doing breakfast food adventures because breakfast is so different around the place. And I feel like breakfast is something that people are really attached to because that's the start of your day. And people like to have habits around the start of their day. Like for me, my breakfast growing up, eggs and bacon, toast, some cereal. And that's what I identify as being breakfast. So it's cool to go to different places and eat what people identify as like that intrinsic part of the day that you eat over and over again. Because lunch, maybe every day is a bit different. Dinner, maybe every day is a bit different. But more often than not, breakfast is the dish that repeats itself over and over again. So I feel like by eating breakfast, you can get to know kind of a local culture and their eating habits quite quickly. If you're saying what is the China's egg and bacon, like what is China's go-to? I mean, arguably you could say like youtiao and soy milk because that is something you will find in every single city, no matter where you go.
I like the youtiao.
I would say tofu pudding, but
the tofu brains, I remember that was great.
You've touched on a very interesting topic and a topic that always gets heated in the comments because in the north of China, when they eat tofu pudding, they identify it as salty. But here in the south, they like it sweet. And actually, I'm glad you touched on this because next, I'm really, really keen to try the local tofu pudding, douhua. Here, apparently, it's sweet, obviously, but it's got a different texture, my friend was telling me. 想问一下，你知道去哪里吃豆花比较好吗？
我推荐那个不是在这附近哦，它很老了。他说清朝末期他们祖传下来了，比我们这家店还老。然后那个欧丁附近还有个叫麦果麦饼那种，也有很多传统小吃。
好，谢谢。
谢谢chunfan hotel。
谢谢你们，谢谢你们。
好，拜拜。Well, we've got a spot for douhua. We need to get a taxi.
Douhua area.
Douhua. Dad still can't say ni hao properly.
Ni hao. Ni hao. Say in the comments if I say it properly. Ni hao. Ni hao. Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
I've tried for 12 years.
I said it, ni hao.
Anyway, about 20 minutes later, we arrived at the area for, as Dad would say,
douhua.
You know what I just realized? This is going to be your first ever experience trying tofu pudding that isn't actually salty. So I'm going to be interested to know if you prefer the salty version more or the sweet version.
I'm not really a connoisseur of tofu. It wasn't something that I really grew up with a lot or had a lot of. You've introduced me a lot more to tofu. I'm starting to appreciate it more.
Well,
but yes, now I'm having a sweet one.
Yeah.
I don't know, it could be my go-to dessert from now on.
Chinese 豆花，这个好吃，好吃。
So it's pretty simple. They scoop some of this special tofu into a bowl and top it with sugar.
I thought it was flour, but it's sugar.
A bit of extra context. Historically, Shantou was one of China's major sugarcane producers. That's why you'll find so many sweet local desserts here and even some unexpected treats like these very unique sweet marinated eggs. 要煮多久
10多个小时，就是白糖而已。熬的时间长了，它就变成这样 Q Q 的。
So we got our tofu pudding with a side of sweet egg. Definitely going to be a first for me. Also, side note, check out how jiggly this is. It's actually warm.
Oh.
Usually when I have sweet tofu pudding, it's cold.
Oh, that'd be nice. Okay, yeah.
And I think the texture is gonna, wow. Whoa. It's giving creme brulee.
Yeah.
Okay, try. First ever sweet tofu pudding.
Sweet tofu.
What a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I like it.
The
It's got a
tofu is slightly
kick.
smoky.
It's a smokiness. You're right, exactly right.
The sugar powder also has a slight graininess. You've got like the more powdery bits that are really fine, but then you've got like the grains of the sugar.
And
It's really good.
it's making me think of something tasty, like from my history.
The texture of this reminds me of the texture of creme brulee. It's not completely smooth. It's got a slight graininess to the tofu. It's really soft.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's amazing. I almost want to get another bowl.
It's nice.
But we can't wait any longer. I need to try what this egg is about. Let's try like cutting it in half and see what's inside.
Probably a yolk, I would say. It's an egg.
Yeah, fair enough. That was not the smartest comment on my end. Let's see what it looks like inside.
Oh, it's hard. It's that rubbery consistency again.
Oh no.
Oh, definitely a yolk inside.
It's definitely
Oh,
oopsies. It's a hard egg. And there we have it, the yolk in all its glory. Enjoy.
here we go. No, that's not for me.
Really? I was gonna say, it's. She keeps coming around and giving us a thumbs up. I was gonna say, that's very much for me.
I really like the tofu. Like it, but not so much the egg.
Interesting, because I'm not a fan of egg. I really don't like hard-boiled egg, but that I really like.
Really?
That I would have again, no problem. Maybe because you're used to having more hard-boiled eggs, so you're used to like the flavor in your head of what a hard-boiled egg should taste like.
It's a strong flavour.
Really?
Oh, I've still got it in there.
I really like it. You can definitely taste that it's sweet, especially on the outside. And then the yolk, it's like, it's almost handy. Nope, Dad's not convinced, but seems like sweet tofu pudding is really doing something for him. I have to ask the question, do you prefer the salty northern version or this?
I'd have to have them side by side to compare fairly, because that was really good. I really liked that, but I really enjoyed the northern version. I remember the tofu brains, and I really enjoyed that. So I haven't had a huge experience to say definitively one way or the other, but I did like that.
You know what would be good? Is having tofu salty pudding for lunch, and then for dessert you have the tofu sweet pudding. People are always arguing which one is better. Maybe they need to unite forces combined to become a super tofu.
A super tofu.
I remember the lady from the Chongfen store told us if we came to this area, we should also try to look for something called a maiguo. So now our challenge is finding what I'm pretty sure she said is called maiguo, but I'm also not entirely sure.
Would you be able to read my guo now?
Yeah, if I see something
So you know how to, it's not just a specific character for my guo.
No, it could be a few different ones. 你看，你知道麦果是什么？啊？麦果。
麦果。
对。I don't know. 麦果。
你要找麦果
对。
前面
OK，thank you，谢谢。就哪一个？老山麦果。谢谢你，谢谢。
啊，谢谢，拜拜。
Babes, that was so nice. So apparently it's just up here. So for anyone interested, this is how the characters look for 麦果, and this place is called 老山麦果. 你好，可以吃一个麦果吗？好。Okay. Not the most verbose guy, but from what I understand, we've got some sugar inside, some sesame.
Okay.
Let's try. Just like a little cake.
Is it 2 layers, 2 cakes, or
I don't know. Oh.
something between them?
It almost reminds me a bit of like a semolina cake. It reminds me of a Turkish dessert that I really like. It's semolina cake, and you make the cake from this semolina batter, and then once it's cooked, you pour on top this like a sugary syrup that soaks into the cake. That's exactly what this reminds me of. It's really sweet. It has that slight rough consistency of like, I don't know what exactly it is. It's not
Here we are in
flour.
the middle of the street.
This
Bikes
is my
going by.
stage.
Alley, down an alleyway.
Yeah,
Trying not to get run over.
that's a lot of what our filming is.
Here we go. We're
You
going to get
just
out of the way.
because not every food, you're gonna have a nice place to sit down. Like, I've used so many things as a tripod over the years to put my camera on so I can eat and yeah. Anyway,
Sure.
you
So
want to try
what
some of this?
Nice. Yeah.
I like that it's quite moist, and it's a little bit crunchy or like harder on the outside, and super soft and moist on the inside.
That is really Moorish.
It's good.
The first bite, I was thinking, yeah, it's nice. The more I have it, it's not a whack bang flavour. It's a nice flavour with a bit of crunch.
I love it.
This will go so well with coffee, I think.
Yep.
All right. Let's go and get a coffee and Mai Tai.
It's not a Mai Tai, it's a Mai Guo.
Oh, my glow.
Hello, hello. It is
Oh,
time.
wait on, I didn't get the hello in time.
Hello. It is time for dinner. And since you're flying back to Australia
Yes.
tomorrow and this will be our last meal together here in China before you leave this time, I thought I would let you be the judge
Okay.
and you can decide
Ooh, the
what
power.
we eat today.
Ooh.
So I have 4 options.
Okay.
The first one.
I know one of them you've said you really want me to choose. I bet you haven't told me what they are. Okay, all right.
So I'm hoping you'll choose the one that I
Okay,
want us
alright.
to go and eat, but you can choose whatever you want.
all right.
Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, we have the raw marinated seafood.
Yeah, okay.
The seafood is very fresh here, very delicious, and I can really vouch for it.
If I wasn't going on a 10-hour flight, like tomorrow, this time tomorrow, I would say, yeah, let's go for the raw seafood. But if anything goes south,
Yeah.
it'll go south and I'll have a code brown on the plane, and that would be bad.
That would be bad. So I thought you were going to say that, so that's why I've come prepared with 3 other
Okay,
options.
3 other options, all right.
So the next option
Yep.
is 牛肉火锅, the Chaoshan beef hot pot. Very famous.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Another option, it's another hot pot. It is a hot pot made from the marinated goose. So it's
Oh.
a marinated goose hot pot.
Well, she
That-
got a bit excited when she said marinated goose. I think that's the one that she wants me to choose. Eh?
And then the last option that you can choose it if you want.
Yeah.
It's the local congee.
The local congee.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hard one. Oof.
Choose whatever you want.
I'll go the goose.
No.
No, go the congee. No, I'll go the beef hot pot.
No.
I don't know which one is
I
right.
want you to choose the congee.
Oh, I'll go the congee.
Oh, I'm so glad you said
the
that.
local congee. I didn't have power at all after all.
Now you really do have the power because you've chosen congee.
Congee.
But I have 2 options of 2 different
okay.
kinds of congee that we could have.
Well, I'll go for option 1.
No, you have to listen to them first because this one you actually have the power.
Okay.
So the first option is fish congee. So it's
congee.
made with fresh fish and all the other things that you can kind of choose
seafood.
and put it in, seafood.
Okay, yep.
And then the other option is clay pot congee, where they cook it in clay pots and it's very flavorful and has lots of seafood inside as well. So you can choose
Clay pot.
clay pot congee.
Clay pot
Okay.
congee.
砂锅
That sounds
粥.
good.
We are coming from you. I'll find a place and let's go have clay pot
Clay pot
congee.
congee. Yay!
Kind of your decision.
Kind of my decision. If clay pot congee is no good, it's my fault because I chose it.
Well, I think we both can share the blame, but I don't think it's going to be bad because I have been wanting to try this for quite some time.
Okay, seafood
Let's
congee,
try.
clay pot seafood congee. Here we go.
They have all these different types of congee with all different ingredients.
Yep.
And I'm going for one that comes with crab meat and some kind of shellfish. 小炒的话会推荐哪个比较好？
菜脯煎蛋也可以。
菜脯，这个 I had this with Peter and now I know what that is. 菜脯蛋吧。
Okay.
I know what it is.
Is it good?
Peter taught me what this is.
Taipu is actually pickled radish. So it's a salty pickled radish fried with egg.
So we're gonna get
Okay.
congee and egg.
Congee and egg. Nice.
It sounds like breakfast,
sounds like
but
breakfast.
it's really dinner.
And I chose it.
You chose it. You
So
chose it all by yourself.
I chose it all by myself.
Not Dad washing his bowls like an absolute pro now that he's learned how to wash teacups.
Tea lady taught me how to do it.
He's come a long way. Actually, when we were in Guangzhou for a day, we went to get yum cha and Dad cleaned our bowls and he made an absolute mess of it. This is so crazy to see Dad doing this.
Doing the dishes.
Okay, time to eat. First dish to arrive is the radish omelette.
这个要趁热吃。
In this
going
rare
in there.
case, I'm gonna let you eat while I take my B-roll.
Oh, because he said eat it while it's hot. That's really good. I can see why you said you've got to have that when it's hot. It's really good.
Oh, so good.
Like a really, really good salty omelette.
Yeah.
The radish, I can feel the crunch, but I can't really taste it.
You can taste the radish, you just said it's salty. The saltiness is coming from the radish.
Oh, is it?
It's a salty radish pickle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as I've learned from Peter.
In China, pickled radish can come in all shapes and sizes and colors.
Anyway, here comes our second course. Oh my gosh,
Look at that bubbling like crazy.
And check out all of that crab and shrimp inside. I'm really excited about this.
You're
I've been
excited?
wanting to try this variety of congee.
It is flavourful.
Umami
It's got a
and
strong
salty.
flavour.
It's really good.
I think the flavour's going to change as I go down. I just had a whack bang of seafood flavour then.
Just about the heartiest thing you can get. Now let's try some of that seafood inside. Remember when I told you guys that I can't really do crab? I can't really open crab? That's because this is my father and he raised me. And we've probably eaten crab a total of like 5 times in our entire life.
I don't know the technique.
But what I want to try is dipping it in this sauce because apparently that's how it's meant to be eaten. That sauce is so good. It's very salty. I'm not sure how you're meant to do this gracefully because we've got prawns that need to be deshelled and we've got crab that needs to be broken open.
Yeah, I'm not-
And it's like got congee all on the outside, so it's not like it's just been steamed and you just like pick it up. So
Wait for it. Here we go.
This is the most chaotic thing I've ever seen.
Like, we probably only had crab 3 times. What
Yeah.
How good is that? I'm going to help myself.
yay, I'm glad you're liking it.
Yeah, I chose really well tonight.
It's
yeah.
so flavorful. I think the fact that it's been cooked in a clay pot, all of the seafoody sauces and that umami has like melded into the congee itself. So when you eat it, it's got this incredible flavor, but it also doesn't feel like there are any like obvious additions. Like I can't pinpoint any obvious other flavors in there except for just this natural flavor, if that makes sense. I don't know. I mean, this obviously, that's the whack banger flavor. So if you're looking for it, you can add that. But it's warm, it's comforting. Congee is always lovely. And I love how here in this area, congee is a nighttime food.
Also, I would like to say thank you to Peter. Merci, Pierre, because without you, we wouldn't have had that omelette tonight, and that was very good.
We absolutely love this meal, and I think in this case, an image really does speak 1,000 words. On our walk back to the hotel, we stumbled across a little dessert shop with a sign proudly saying locals have been eating here for 17 years.
I mean, I'm not too sure what this is. It looks like shaved ice, like different kinds of shaved ice with all these intriguing toppings. I don't know if it's a local thing, but it looks really good. Wow, look at this dessert.
So the combo we went for was taro flavored shaved ice with a pistachio creamy foam topping.
And this is going to be the last meal we're filming on this adventure before I go home tomorrow.
Well, it's a good thing to finish on.
We're finishing with a cherry on top. It doesn't have a cherry on top.
It would look good with the cherry.
Proverbial cherry on top.
Oh wow, the shaved ice is so soft. I get a bit of that pistachio cream on top.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so good. It's so airy
Yeah.
and light. Kind of reminds me of fairy floss a little bit. It's so light.
Yeah, it's a mix between ice cream and fairy floss, really.
And I like how it's nutty from that pistachio cream
Yeah.
as well. And it's a nice mix of flavors.
That's really good.
I feel like if fairies ate, this is what fairies would eat.
Not like any other dessert I've had.
No, it looks bigger than it actually is. We'll finish that off easily. I could go another one. So we did just that. This one here is their signature flavor, mango and coconut shaved ice with candied almonds on top.
Oh, that's very fresh. That's really light and lovely.
Yeah?
Yeah. So thanks, Aim, for a lovely time. I had a lovely all the touring around. Thanks, China, for having me, and thanks, viewers, for watching.
Well, Dad will be back because we still have to complete this Shunda odyssey. It's bigger than Ben-Hur at this stage. Like, can we just get Dad his Shunda roast goose already? But it's been such a pleasure to have you here and Mum as
My
well.
pleasure too.
And it's so great that you want to share these adventures with me. So.
And you're such a foodie, and you know your food so well.
So do you.
And you take us around so beautifully. She really is wonderful.
Yay! Well, on that note, on that very sweet note,
On that
with
sweet note.
literally a sweet in front of us.
Yeah, subscribe, like, and comment.
And bye.
Otherwise, how am I going to get back to Shunda?
With that being said, thanks guys so much for watching. I will see you next week. I'm not sure from where. I haven't got my next plan yet, but wherever it is, I will see you there next week.
And I'll see you next time I'm on the channel, but I'll be reading the comments, so make them nice.
Okay. Bye guys.
Bye.